Oh my god, it's happening again! I've been getting a lot of flack from some of you lately for having too many videos regarding the Twitch nudity era that we're going through right now. Some people have been like, hey, Zaffarino, you're putting way too many boobies in your thumbnail. You're trying to grab for as many views as possible. And yeah, I mean, a little bit. It's kind of worked. I like getting more people to see the videos, but luckily, I'm freeing you guys from this prison. This eternal damnation that is the Twitch booby stream meta, because actually today we're bringing in the boys. The guys are coming in for a little bit of fun, it seems, because now there are a bunch of men going around on Twitch doing essentially the exact same thing, and it's going terribly. It's going really, really bad. And so, of course, today we're going to dig into that. But first, if you're sitting here and you're actually just confused out of your mind, like what's going on, I'm not going to go and make you watch my past videos. I'm just going to show you what's been going on so far, because that's the reasonable thing to do. I'm not just going to squeeze you for as many views as I can get. You're here. That's the best I can ask. But regardless, this is what's been going on recently. Allow me to take you down a trip down memory lane. There was a situation that happened on Twitch recently where streamers were going live looking like this. And yes, I'm using my own video as a reference, but they were looking like this. And that is a streamer named Morgpie. She went live with her shirt cropped or I guess no shirt cropped, and people got a little mad about it. And of course, the second it went viral because someone posted about them getting angry about it, and that's what the internet wants. And so more people started doing it, and it blew up all over Twitch, and then Twitch got angry. And so they banned a bunch of those streamers for like 12 hours or something, and then they updated their TOS to allow artistic nudity as well as twerking, pole dancing, etc. within context, which, by the way, side note, I think the twerking and pole dancing thing, that's not exactly like a terrible crime, a death sentence for having, because what they said was they're not just allowing you to start like oiling it up and doing the thug shaker on your camera. You're just now within context allowed to twerk. Like if I wanted to get up and just like get a little jiggy with it, I'm not going to get banned for that. Sorry, my cat had something to say. What was that? Whatever. No, he clearly seems uninterested. But yeah, you could just oil it up now. I mean, you can oil it up now, but within context you can. So I think that's fine. But the artistic nudity side of things is where Twitch went insane for about, like, a night. When a bunch of artists saw this artistic nudity concept and immediately went, oh, artistic nudity? Oh, you mean like me because I'm an artist and there's art in my, like, character? So if I just get naked, it's fine, right? And a bunch of VTubers started doing things like this, which are like kind of a knockoff of the meta of the cropped shirt, but also putting like literal R34 NSFW all over their screen. And that was just a step in the wrong direction. It's getting worse now. And Twitch, of course, tried to backpedal yet again, doing what I think was probably their worst call they've done so far, which was they banned all of the streamers who were a part of it for a night. Really not a punishment at all, and it gave them a night off essentially, but then also reverted the rule that they put forward in the first place, which I think is a terrible call, because they could have just, I don't know, explained themselves better and then made the rule a little more easy to understand and easy to follow. But instead, they backpedaled, which is a bad look for a company, because if a company can backpedal by just getting bullied, then what else can we change just by starting an uproar in the middle of Twitch's site? And then, of course, that brings us to what happened in my most recent video, which is the black bar meta. The black bar meta is now the newest thing going all over Twitch, and it looks a little like this. I'm not going to zoom in because I don't feel like getting more in trouble from YouTube, because I swear to God, every single video I post about this meta gets demonetized. So, I mean, I guess this is a good time to bring up my non-sponsor, which is becoming a member. But I'm not going to spend 10 minutes talking about it. Just consider it if you want to. But this is the black bar meta alongside this birthing POV. I don't know. I've already done it once. I don't really need to do it again, but regardless, that was where all of the past was. That was in last episode's catch-up. Now we're in the current events, the current thing going down, which is the guys joining in on the meta. And one of the first videos I saw regarding the guys joining in on the meta, the one that, like, essentially was the most viral, is from a streamer named Tectone, who went live looking like this. And the video itself, the one that I actually have seen, has actually been deleted off of Twitter. It was so bad that Twitter's moderation team actually stepped forward and did something about it, which is crazy that they didn't do anything about all the other ones. But they did something about this one, probably because he does his arm in a motion that looks like he's zerking his wiener, he's zerking his hog, and I don't think anyone really wants to be seeing that, but he's doing it while talking about how Twitch would allow it, and Twitch would be okay with it, which is a lie. He got in trouble for it, but there's other streamers who have also picked up the exact same meta. I saw another one from a streamer who he gets caught by his wife. Just give this a quick watch really quickly.
Fuck. All right. Well, I mean, you gotta.
What are you doing?
What? Sorry. Just like this thing. It's just like goes.
Oh, did you see that slip? You see that slip when he turned? He's a faker. And also, this acting is like 5-star. Chris Hemsworth is out for his job right now.
Just like this thing. It's just like goes. I'm sorry. I was just playing around.
And there was also a streamer named Salvo who came forward who looks like he just got his clothes taken away from him in the locker room and he's being bullied. But he went live looking like this and ended up getting a 3-day ban, which is the longest ban I think has come out of the Black Bar meta so far. So you can do with that information what you may, but it seems maybe unfair. He might have done something that breaks the rules a little more, a little further. Maybe it's the nipples. Maybe the nipples are the problem. I don't know, but there were a few other streamers that hopped into it. I saw Boogie2988 come forward and ended up getting banned indefinitely, but this is a bit more justified because I actually watched the video, and for those of you unaware, Boogie2988 has gone through a pretty large weight loss journey, so he has a lot of loose skin, and so he thought that could be his black bar. He moved the black bar out of the way and was just standing there with no clothes on, and I had to look at it. And now there is that, and he ended up getting banned for what I can assume is indefinitely until they eventually unban him. I don't know how long it's going to last, but it's probably going to be one of those ones that we don't figure out about until it's over. But overall, it hasn't gotten better. I mean, I went to Twitch's Just Chatting category, and not only do I see someone's P-Hub being promoted in the title, but there is an 18-plus twerk-off going on right now, which I don't know about you, but I think I could win, personally. Overall, though, this situation is just so stinky. I have a feeling, I know I've made predictions at the end of most of my videos so far being like, oh, it's going to go farther. Oh, it's going to end now. I think this is the end. I think this is going to be where the intense pushback from their Twitch's user base dies off, because it's going to be like the guys get banned for doing this, the girls are probably going to do it until they get bored and move on, and then it's just going to go back to people sitting in bikinis on Twitch, which happens. It's been a thing for ages, and it sucks. I mainly think I'm annoyed at the guys for a second. Boys, let's talk for a moment. I'm a little annoyed because all these guys have been coming forward and complaining and arguing, getting mad at these women doing it on Twitch, and then turn around and do it themselves. Do they realize they're contributing to the issue and they're being the problem? The problem that is, you know, children seeing this as alongside advertisers just probably going to be boycotting and abandoning Twitch. That's two big things. The first one, the advertisers thing, is a problem because, like, we've seen recently, with the video I made recently about South Korea, Twitch couldn't keep their business in South Korea anymore because they couldn't afford to keep existing there. If Twitch keeps losing revenue streams, what other countries are they going to lose next? Like, this could easily happen in so many other places, which could end with the demise of the streaming site known as Justin TV or Twitch, which is unfortunate. The other argument that I've seen a lot of people say is the what about the children argument, which I understand. I understand that. I understand that, like, with Minecraft YouTubers on the site, there are younger kids, and so you might be like, oh, they're scaring off that audience, which understandably, yes, they are scaring off a possible audience that a lot of streamers could have because their parents are probably not going to allow them to use the site anymore. But at the same time, Twitch's user base, it can average from around, I've heard, 17 to 18. So it isn't primarily younger kids. And adding on to that, kids can access any site they want. I think the only site that has an 18+ rating that you can't access is the big old orange and black, the good old PH. That's the only one that you really need an ID to enter. Most other sites that are literal prawn, you can just click on. There's just one click. So it's more of an issue about parents allowing their kids to access certain sites, and which of course becomes more of an issue because, like, do you want parents to not allow their kids to use Twitch? Do you want like that's a possible viewer base you could have. But instead, you want to scare them away because the meta is just so popular and gets you so much money, and it's hurting the site that people use. It's annoying. It's annoying for the other people who use the site genuinely when it's just being torn apart by this type of stuff. And overall, I managed to fight my greater judgment and not do it myself. Because I don't know if you're aware, I have a history of putting on a maid dress on stream for various silly things. Or I put a hot tub in my basement for the hot tub meta and then took it out after the stream. So I've done a little bit of that like goofy meta parody before, but I couldn't do this one. I did not want to, mainly because I don't like to put my body on the screen that much. But I appreciate you guys sitting here with me. I want to hear your thoughts, of course. I'm sorry that I spent most of the video doing like a recap of what happened in the past, but I wanted to update everyone and kind of create like a more condensed version of a breakdown of what has gone down entirely so far. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope this isn't just like a skip video, but if you did, consider dropping a like and sticking around for the future and subscribing, as I said, because we've been growing this community a lot lately. It's been so awesome. So I appreciate you guys who all have been hopping on board. But thank you. I'm going to give you guys the song of the day, which today is going to be The Color Violet by Tory Lanez. Yes, I'm still obsessed with the Alone at Prom album. I'm sorry. But the year is almost over. We'll have new music soon, I think. I'll possibly look up some new songs. But thank you guys for being here. And as always, adios, arrivederci, goodbye, good night. And let's hope this meta stops existing before 2024. Here's to it.